Data today. Located inside Rider Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Yeah. Welcome to the ride. Yo. Nice. Tuesday on the ride. Feeling nice and rested. Yeah, man. CJ Noel. How you guys doing? Welcome to Ride Along Live for Tuesday, September the 3rd. August finally gone. Seemed like he wasn't going at all. We're in September now. So you know what that means? Yeah, we gotta start wishing you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You know, it's around that time again. 'Tis the season. Start to get a little chilly outside and thing. Right? CJ Noel! How you doing, my baby? You good? Big up, Lacey J, I see you. Demoli. Everybody share the thing, share the thing, share the thing. Today we are going to be having a conversation with probably one of the most popular ministers, probably in the whole Caribbean, who knows. Andy Williams is here. Honorable Andy Williams is here. We have a lot to talk about. Say time may not permit. So much to discuss. A lot. A whole lot. I don't want to waste no time. But I got to say thank you guys for watching our broadcast yesterday of the Labor Day Parade. Thank you guys so much. It was indeed a pleasure bringing it to you guys once again. And I know how some of you feel because some people couldn't make it. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to be that we were there to bring the broadcast live to you. I think it got up to about 60, 70,000 views at this point. And that's because of you guys. Thanks to everyone who donated. And you know, we mashed up the drone yesterday, so we have a drone fun. I tell you, the drone just go up in there, hit that tree, and he fall back down. Mash up, drone dead, done, finish. Pieces scatter all over the place. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We shall survive. So share the thing, guys. Share the thing. At followers. Let me do it as well. At followers. Before we start, at followers, I want all you to give the minister a nice welcome. We ain't sticking. A nice welcome. A nice welcome. At followers, everybody. At followers. All right, good. As we hear on that, let me give you guys a quick something. So today, after Labor Day, I'm saying, we have to change up the vibe a little bit, right? So we need like a jingle, we need like a song, we need something to identify us. So I gave somebody a task, a responsibility to create a new ride-along song, right? And this is our first entry, by the way. And I want to know if you guys like it, because this is our first entry. This person said, you know what, I could do it, so they got the chance to do it, and this is what they did. Let me know if you guys like it, all right? Listen up. Listen keenly, listen carefully.
Ride along life, worldwide, feel the beat, feel the vibe, amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people we shine. Giving fans what they need, Caribbean spirit.
Listen, keep listening.
Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
Let me know what all you're thinking. You love it? You can dance to it,
Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please, bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
Yes, this is our new song. I like it. I like it. I like it. You guys like it? Yes. What a nice way to welcome the Honorable Andy Williams to the ride today with our new song. Akeem say you don't like it. Akeem, you don't count. Your vote don't count. Everybody else voted against you. Look at this. Look at the minister get on. Woo! Yeah. I feel this is a take. Yes. What the minister get on?
Right along, join the dance, let's sing the song. Right along, with the host where we belong. That's what I mean?
Yo. I feel I will use that one. That one I ain't going no further. I say that's it. That is it.
That one nice. I endorse it.
You implement it. Yo, Minister Andy Williams, welcome to the ride. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, Junior. I'm excellent,
Yeah.
A lot of work and everything, but, that's what I like. I'm not someone with a lazy spirit, energetic spirit, So I like that.
Nice. Well, listen, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. A lot happening. It's a lot happening. Yes. We have supplemental. We have the Build Back Better project that we're hearing about. We hear about houses that are being rebuilt. We hear cleanup campaign in Carriacou. So much thing. A lot of controversy as well. But let's start with some positive notes on things. Tell us about. Well, I don't know how positive. It's after the Hurricane Beryl. Let's talk about the cleanup campaign in Carriacou. How is that going?
That is going well. We started with the volunteerism, and so where people were going up from Grenada to Carriacou and PD Martinique, and my ministry spearheaded that. When the process started, we would have had some. We chartered the Osprey on the weekends, and people from Grenada will go up to Carriacou, and some will go to PD Martinique, and and they will get involved in the cleanup. And Junior, I applaud that. And you can see. Listen, we had days, Junior, or weeks where we had to cut off people from volunteering. Right? It was so much. We had to just cut off the numbers. It was too much because there's a certain limit the boat could hold.
Right.
We had to cut off people, and in Parliament last week, I had to really thank the people of Grenada for really coming out and supporting our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and PD Martinique. And you can tell that when we started that, you can see the people's spirit started to, and morale. It was very uplifting, because, when you're in an environment, in a disaster like that, getting up every day and seeing all the devastation can be really heartbreaking. So when the people saw us coming and helping them, their spirits was lifted, and it was all joy. We eat together, we drink together, we joke together. I was on the boat with everyone, having fun, and it was just a wonderful spirit. And sometimes in these situations, in these adverse situations, we tend to be down. But Junior, let me just, and Grenada, these are the times that tend to bring us together. Even after Ivan, I remember when we would be outside just looking, or just giving some little jokes and stories and all these things. And it kind of take the technology away and let us bond as a people. So I was really happy to see the people of Grenada really coming to help, the people of Carriacou. Let me just shout out some of the organizations, the Beauregard Group, the group from Nawasa, Green Lake, and just in the numbers, and I really, really applaud that, Junior.
Yeah.
So,
So you've been to Carriacou quite a number of times. You got a chance to assess the needs and the wants in Carriacou. What are the main things that are needed for the people of Carriacou? What are the most needed things that are being requested on the island right now?
so what we try to do, let me just share this, right? So we move away from the volunteerism cleanup, and we
Right.
have groups in Carriacou right now that are on the ground cleaning
Right.
Carriacou and PD Matnik, number one. What we have done, we had cases where the garbage was getting, it was kind of getting overbearing. So we got some boats that were able to transport the garbage from the island, and were able to put it to the dump site. And again, what we did is that we separated the garbage. So you had, the different types. What we did, the galvanized, and so we got the baler to compact it and put it together so we can store it properly, and we can export it again to other countries and get some money for it. In terms of Carriacou, we started the process where we started the same process in Carriacou. So you have a badge, which is right now as you speak, a badge is on its way to Grenada with the garbage and so, and especially like the galvanized, so we can compact it and and all these things, Junior. So we have crews in Carriacou right now that are continuing the cleanup process. And that in itself will take a little while, because you're talking about you having galvanized all over the place. The wind was able to, to really throw the galvanized all over the place. So you can imagine, the extent of the cleanup. In addition to that, we have divers in Carriacou right now on the Paradise Beach, and they are diving with a magnet and so, and they are taking out the galvanized from the water, because we see a lot of galvanized on the land, but you also have in the water also. And as so whole week last week, the guys were diving and taking out all this stuff from the water, and they had the magnetic stuff, Junior, where they will, get all the metals and so from the water and on the beach also. So that in itself, I have to say hats off to the guys. It's not an easy job, but they are really dedicated to doing it, and we are really happy to see that. We are at a state. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Minister.
So the cleanup is ongoing in Carriacou. We are getting rid of the garbage and so on from the pastures to make it, more cleaner. So this has been a challenge, but we are up to the task and we are doing it. So in the next step, Junior and Grenada, is to ensure that the shelters and the schools and so on, the hospital and so, these buildings, that they are, that they are taken care of. Why? Right. Because, let's say another disaster hit next week. We need to get these places up in case.
Right.
Yeah, that we need some more shelters and so. So that's important. Okay. What we did, we knew that some people would have wanted to start the process of building. So as a government, what we did, we took off some of the taxes and so to make it easier and more affordable for people to really start by the building process, those who do not want to wait on government, basically. So so that is in place. The government of Guyana, they have sent one of their forces in Carriacou, and they were very instrumental in aiding the building back of some of the schools and some of the government buildings, and they have really supported us a lot. And I want to say thanks to the government of Guyana for really assisting us in this time of need. NADMA has, up to this day, they have the food situation under control. So people, have food. I visited families and they have food. So food is not really an issue, Junior. So markets are open back and people can buy this stuff from supermarkets if needed.
Right.
Right. So again, what I think is the most needed thing right now in Carriacou is for people to come back to a place of normalcy, and that's with their homes and so, Junior.
Right.
And if I may, I will want to really talk about Project Build Back Better, because it will affect the people of Carriacou and PD Martinique and Grenada also.
Yeah, we'll get to that. What you mentioned challenges. What was some of the main and major challenges that you face in the build back process, the cleanup process in Carriacou?
Well, well, see, let me just share this with you, Junior. Now, Hurricane Ivan, right, was bigger in terms of landmark because Hurricane Ivan affected Grenada more and not very much to Carriacou and PD Martinique. But Hurricane Beryl is bigger in terms of complexity. Yes, it's Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique, but we are separated by water. So, you know, on the mainland, it's easier to get certain things done on the mainland. But when it comes to Carriacou, you know, you have to, some of the things that Carriacou do not have, you have to always find, you know, the transport to already ship it, to transport it from one place to the other.
Right.
And that in itself is the most difficult task. So, for example, some of the things that we could have done during Ivan, which is, you know, we are kind of limited to Grenada only. So that is the challenge that we have, because, you know, certain things that we may take for granted here, we cannot take it for granted in Carriacou and PD Martinique because the transport situation is one of the main barriers. But we are working with it. We have both like Dolly and both like Tyrrell, they are making their regular runs to Grenada, Carriacou. And also, when it comes to the cleanup, we have a badge that is taking the stuff from Carriacou to Grenada for it to be compacted and all these things. Same as PD Martinique. Now, if it was in Grenada, we could have just gone ahead and do it, but that is the challenge that we have. But we are working along with it. We kind of measure the difficulty, and so we know exactly what to do in order to get things done. But let me just say this, that in a time of a disaster like this, it is always easy for someone to point out the negative and what has not been done.
Right.
But it is a challenging time. It's a challenging time. And what we need steady heads on board. We need all hands on deck to ensure that we do our best to get things back to a place of normalcy. And also, sometimes the temptation is to just run back and do things vap and anyhow, just to please someone needs at the moment. But let's think about it, Junior and Grenada, right? Are we doing the right thing? Right? Are we doing the right thing? And what we should do, or what we should be doing, or what this government believes in, is not just doing things the same old way. Yes, we may get lashed for it. Yes, we may get criticized for it. But we believe, Junior, if we really have to take this country forward, we have to start doing things differently. It may take a little more time. But, Junior, at that time, if we really use it properly, it can worth the while. I said so to someone last week, give me 6 hours to cut a tree. I will spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. Because when you sharpen the axe, Junior, and you go to cut your tree, it's easy going.
Right.
So sometimes we have to just stop going for the quick fix that will just give us a fix for now. And if, let's say, you have another hurricane or so next year, we are in the same position. We have a chance to build back Carriacou in a more resilient manner, and we should take the opportunity. Sometimes in the time of adversity, always look for the opportunity. And I'm saying, the time for just doing things anyhow have to stop. Look at the USA. Look at Singapore and so, Junior. Look at China. These places, when they build back, they don't just build back any old way. They plan, and then they execute. And this is what we have. This is the stage we have to get at. Grenada needs to move to the next level. We have to move to the next level. Other countries around the island are moving forward, and we are staying in one position. It is time we start doing things differently. It is time we just stop looking for the quick fix. And also, it's time for us to stop playing politics with everything. Because when we play politics with everything, Junior, the country doesn't benefit, right? What happens, and I'll talk plain, the temptation is there to try and, to give people the quick fixes to make them feel good. What happens tomorrow? You see, what happens tomorrow? Something happens and we're back in the same position again, spending the same government or the same taxpayers' money to do the same thing.
Right.
So I'm saying we have to stop playing politics. This is a time when we have to come together. Everyone should be coming together, opposition and government, coming together and see how we can assess and how we can move forward. We as a government will not do everything perfect. We will not do everything perfect, right? And there's no government that will do everything perfect in a time of a disaster like this. But what is needed, we need a situation where all hands can be on deck. We can listen to everyone, take the positive, take all the advice, and let's move. And that is how we have to go. But we have to do it in a more transformative manner. And transformation is not about a quick fix. Transformation is a process. And if we do that way, you may find that next year and in time to come, Junior and Grenada, in a time of a disaster, we do not have to scramble or to be in the same position that we are in now.
Right. You know, the NDC government was heavily criticized by the opposition for this clip that I was showing on screen right there. It was said that it was the park, and that in fact is evident that the debris is in the park. This is the park right in the middle of town, Hillsborough right there, and was heavily criticized for that. What was the option, or what are the options for storing the debris, and how long is this debris going to be staying there until the park will be reclaimed back to the sportsmen and women of Carriacou and Petit Martinique?
Right. So when the hurricane occurred, we had to try to move out the debris from different places, because let me tell you why. Some of the debris were blocking people from getting supplies. Even NADMA and other places could not get to the people because of the blockage and so of the road, the trees and galvanized and all these other things. What we did, we had to separate all these items, the galvanized and everything, and we needed a place to do so. The fittest place to do so was the pasture, right? But what is occurring now is that we are in the process of moving it out. So there's a barge coming from Carriacou tonight, and it will offload tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It will go back up again, and we will be removing the garbage from the pastures. And we're able to separate the garbage into like the wood and everything, So we are in the process of moving it out, because we understand that it shouldn't stay there for long, and that is why we are moving. In Petit Martinique, we are moving again in Petit Martinique. Petit Martinique is more advanced than Carriacou. It started maybe over a month ago. Petit Martinique, and the stuff are moving out. I shared it on Facebook and so with the people, so they can see exactly how the stuff are moving. But we are in the process of moving it out from there. But at the time, that was the fittest place we could have put it.
Right, and it's temporary. It's a temporary arrangement.
Temporary.
It'll be out.
It's temporary, yes. And Junior, listen, it's easy to criticize, but what do? Do you leave these things there to block people from getting simple supplies, or do you take it out, temporary, remove it, and improve the access? So that is the decision that you have to make. And we thought that it was necessary to do that, because people were crying out that they were not getting supplies. So it is our duty to ensure that these people get supplies. And then, when everything is kind of back to normal, and so kind of restoring, then we move it out and get things back to a sense of normalcy. But those are the decisions that you have to make in a time like this. It's a difficult decision to make. No one doesn't want to put things in the playing field, but we had to do it. That was the only choice that we had at the time. And now we are taking measures not to take it out, to bring it back to a sense of normalcy. So that's really what we are in the process of doing.
Yeah. So guys, the drone footage that you saw there are some video footage that we collected while we were in Carriacou. And it let me tell you, that was about a month and a half ago. And I spoke to some friends there, and they actually was telling me a lot of the things that we saw then has changed drastically, especially in Hillsborough. And we're going to talk about that. So that was total devastation. That was about a few weeks after the hurricane. You could have seen, just roofless houses all through. Every angle you look the same. And at some point, when you actually look, you would see like tarpaulin, so like a blue city they call it, but it has. We have gotten confirmation that it has changed. All right, so the fix for the park, or the garbage in the park, is temporary. It will be moved out, and the plans are that it will be moved into Grenada and then sold, right?
Yeah. So what we are doing, let me just say this, right? Affordability Department, they are working on a proposal, or they have a proposal already, where they will bring the bill and so in Carriacou so that it can deal with these um, the garbage and so. When I say the garbage, I'm talking about the governors and all these things.
Right.
So that's the plan. But in the meantime, what we are doing in the meantime is to remove the garbage, while we are in the process of getting that done, right? So yes, we are moving it, but there will also be a faster method where we will have the bill and so in Carriacou actually doing the work. We are moving it to Grenada because Grenada right now has the bill, so we have no choice. But when we get those for Carriacou, we are going to put it in Carriacou and let Carriacou take care of its own garbage situation. That's what we want to move. So yes, it is being moved as we speak. We are addressing the situation, but as I said, we had no choice earlier. We had no choice, and in a time of a disaster, you have to make choices. You have to make some hard choices. But the fact is, we are working, and we are working speedily to remove these things. So then you have a lot of work that you do in the background that people don't see, and they may find it's not happening fast enough. But sometimes you have certain international treaties that you have to really abide by, right? You have to make sure that these things are in place. The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed before you move and before you do certain things. But we are committed, and I want to say this again, that we are in the era of social media where you can document and record everything. You can see how fast something is moving. But if you compare what we are doing to some of our neighboring islands who were affected, we are fine front. We are fine front. If you look in Carriacou, you are seeing that the hospital in Carriacou is being covered. You are seeing Hillsborough School is being covered, right? You are seeing the fact that we are removing the governors from the sea, all these things, So Junior and Grenada, we are moving fast. Some may not accept it, or some may not want to accept it. But if you compare to our neighboring islands, we are moving faster than them. But I'm saying that it doesn't mean that we cannot move faster. It doesn't mean, that we have to be relaxed, and we are not relaxed. The Minister for Carriacou and PD Manik is doing his best. I can tell you, sometimes I feel sorry for him, because when you are in that state, Junior, when your constituency is being affected, some people don't know how. If you are a man that care for people, it will affect you. And knowing that you are in charge of that constituency, the pressure feels like like it's on you to ensure that things goes right. So it's easy for Junior, when you're in that situation, to feel a little bit overwhelmed. It's easy for you sometimes to misspeak, right? But at the end of the day, there's a saying, who's in the kitchen is who feels the heat.
Right.
And I can tell that the Minister for Carriacou, Tevin Andrews, this man come to cabinet every Monday, and this man makes his case for Carriacou. He's bold about Carriacou. Right? What he wants for Carriacou and Petit Matic. And he loves Carriacou and Petit Matic. So I can tell you, I know Tevin is hurting now with the level of devastation that occurred in Carriacou. Let me just share this.
That's
the weekend
of the
exactly, the hospital.
And
Yes.
the roof are back up. It was devastated after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, and looks pretty good. Yeah.
Right. Junior, let me just say this, right? We were in the US getting ready for a town hall meeting the weekend that Beryl passed. Friday, Beryl was developing to a storm, and so. Saturday, Beryl was a hurricane. Right? That was the fastest hurricane I ever seen develop. Now, we were in New York on the Sunday. Tevin moved so fast to get to Carriacou. All of us trying to get to Carriacou, we couldn't was trying to get back to Grenada, we couldn't. When we hear the cry Monday, Tevin was back in Carriacou already. How he did it, we knew. But that's just to show you the level, Junior, of that's just to show you how the man thinks about his constituency, which is Carriacou and Petit Matic. Right? And I look here for them. He made it his duty to be there in that hurricane with his people. So, sometimes we can say certain things, but let's look at the action of people. And
Right.
the action of Tevin shows that he loves the people of Kaikwa Pidimadi. He's very passionate. And sometimes is my colleague, we tell him that all the time, he may come across a little harsh, but he means well. He means well. So I am working closely with him, and our cabinet is working closely with Tevin and the people of Kaikwa Pidimadi to ensure that we get back to a state of normalcy. But also we want to make sure that we engage in the rebuilding process in a much better way. That is why we are saying build back better.
Right. Let's talk about the housing situation. With over 90% of the housing stock damaged, what's the plans for rebuilding and putting people back in homes?
Right. So we have a project called Project Build Back Better. And this Project Build Back Better is really aimed at assisting people who cannot, build for themselves, basically. Right. So what we wanted to do, we did if the government and Grenada, if the government is leading something, we should lead by example. We should not be saying we want to put back people in homes and put it back in any old thing and calling them poor and vulnerable. Right? We are citizens of Grenada and we deserve the best. This island belongs to us and we deserve the best. So if we as government have to give back people something, I'm saying let's put some thought into it. Let's not rush and give them any old thing. Let's put some thought into it. So when they give us something here, give us something proper.
Right.
That is the way we should be thinking. So Project Build Back Better. What is it? Now we are building more resilient homes.
I saw you some pictures. I saw you some pictures here.
Right.
Those some of the pictures?
Yeah, you can show. Yeah.
Oh.
So more resilient homes. So Junior, let me just show you this. Right, stick on this picture. It looks nice. It looks like a nice house. And you may say, what about this house that is different, than the other houses? And he's talking about more resilient houses. What about it that's different? Junior and Grenada. In this house right here, you have 8 pillars or 8 columns. Right? 8 columns that you are not seeing. And all the board and so is connected to those columns. And they have ring beams at the bottom, at the floor level, ring beams at the roof level. And this here is called a parapet roof. So during the hurricane,
this is a different angle of it.
Right. So during the hurricane, 2 things. You saw houses were flat on the ground, you saw roof were gone, basically.
Right.
So this project is aimed to address the 2 situations. With the 8 pillars inside the house, it looks like a boathouse and everything, but it's a wall frame. So hurricane insurance now is easy at all.
I see.
You know that, right? Also, again, we are doing the parapet roof, where from the front and the 2 sides, there's no way that wind can lift up the roof from that angle.
Right.
And in the back of it, you have a very short space in the back from the wall to the roof. Right, so there's not much damage that the wind could do, basically, and the rafters are embedded in the beam, so there's no way that roof going off. This is a hurricane-resistant roof. This is a hurricane-resistant house, and it looks nice. But also, what is lovely about this house is the cost of it. It's a cost. So we are talking about building resistance homes for Canadians, but homes that are cost effective.
Right.
Also. Now, so we got the Ministry of MIT got $50 million to address the housing situation.
Right.
And the Build Back Better project is what we are going to implement to address that situation. Also, so the Build Back Better project is really and truly to help those that got affected by beryl.
Right.
But what about a young man who has a piece of land, or a young lady who has a piece of land, have 2 or 3 children, and needs to have an affordable house to live in? What about a young professional who is just starting his career, and he needs a house, but he doesn't want a house that the mortgage is going to kill him? He wants something that he can afford, something that is strong and durable in terms of hurricane, he can, withstand it. What about those individuals? Junior, it is time, and Grenada, it is time that we revolutionize the housing market and the housing stock in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. It is time. It is time the simple boroughs, and so that we have all over the place, that we build resilience in them. So when you have a hurricane, you don't have all, like when you had Ivan and so on, and watch certain places in Grenada, the whole village flat. We have to get away from that. So how do we, so this project really addresses the situation of building more resilient and cost effective. Let me tell you something, guys. We are building a structure right now as we speak. Pilot structure. Because we have everything on theory. We are actually doing the practical now.
Right.
Or the actual building. And we are building it to ensure. Right.
Is that the
That's
project?
it. Right. So let's take the 4 minute. So when you watch a house, you're not seeing all those columns. You are not seeing them. But when it covers up, exactly, you're not seeing them, Junior and Grenada, and all the roof, and so you're not seeing it. You're seeing a nice, beautiful house, but this is what is in the back. So this house is a strong house. Also, let me just say this. In the future, if you want to turn your house from board to concrete, you can. Right? You can. Because what we are doing, we are giving you the option now that you can take out the board and put blocks in between those columns and beams.
So, Mr. Hold on 1 second there. So essentially, it's a wall house with board, but the infrastructure is wall, solid concrete.
That's it, Junior.
Oh.
That's it. So, but this house give you options. You can even go up to another level too.
Yeah.
Because if you see what the guys are doing, they are casting the beam and so now.
Yes.
So this is what you call transformation. This is what you call transformation. Not giving people the same old thing over and over and saying that you love them. We love you by giving you this. Because this will last generations. It means next year you don't have to worry about storm coming and your house falling down. It's proper. You see, Junior?
Yeah.
So sometimes it may take a little longer, but guess what? A little longer, but it is worth the while. Right? It's worth the while.
So here's the big question. Right? Now, insurance companies don't not necessarily insure board structured houses. Seeing that how this is built with the concrete infrastructure, would they then possibly look at the opportunity of now insuring those houses in case of a hurricane?
No, I've spoken to a few, and all who I've spoken to said yes. All who have said yes. And Junior, this is again this transformation. Because now you're talking about people can insure their boat house. Because this is not a typical boat house. But let me just share this. You may say, Andy, a 2-bedroom house, a 3-bedroom house will cost me almost $200,000. Junior, these houses will be less than $100,000.
It'll be less than 100,000
if you want to buy one. That means when you do the calculation, it will cost someone who is 30 years old. It will cost them approximately $500 per month. Someone who's 40 years old, it will cost them approximately $550 per month. Now, let's talk about renting. You can hardly get an apartment these days to rent for less than $500 or $600 a month. You can't.
Right.
Not with that quality, you can't. So I'm saying this is how we change the housing market in Grenada. This is what you call transformation. And this is saying that, listen, Grenadians, yes, you deserve the best. You deserve not just any old thing, but something that is proper. And that is why we are taking our time to ensure that we have the proper design. We build one. We do that everything that is said about this is intact. And let me just share with you what we're going to do again, right? We are going to give you, when we're giving someone this house, we are going to give them it with the spouting and rainwater harvesting. We are going to include that in this house. In addition to that, we are going to change some of the galvanized. So, those clear galvanized, Junior, we are going to include some of these galvanized in the house so that you can have natural lighting. Sometimes you go to use your bathroom 6 in the morning, but it's dark in your bathroom.
Right.
But outside, it starts to get bright. If you have the transparent galvanized in there, you don't have to put on your light. So you can save on energy also.
Right.
And that is what I'm saying. If government is doing something, we have to lead by example.
Right.
So yes, we hear the cry. People, could say, what, build something quick. But are you really helping people by doing that? So that when a next storm come again or hurricane come again, they're back to the same situation and they have to depend on you, right? No, this is playing politics. We are not here to play politics. We are here to build a country. That is the mindset of our Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell. That is my mindset, right? And we will do our best, Junior and Grenada, to ensure that we do things in a better way. That is why we call it Project Build Back Better.
Well, Honorable Williams, let me hit you at a little lash right here, right? I'll tell you this. Because how come all of this going on and the PR behind this is taking so long for people to know? Because I didn't know about this. Until you sent me this picture, I'm just going through it and I'm seeing it. I'm like, okay, that's a good idea.
Right.
Why isn't this information out there? Why isn't this being circulated to the people?
So we are going to do a project launch on September 17th. And that is when we will have everything in order in terms of the house to be built. This house will be built by next week. It takes 3 weeks to build a house like this.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
What?
3 weeks to build a house like this. Right? So that also will be finished next week. We are going to organize a time for people to come and see it and do walk through and see exactly what we are talking about. We are going to do a project launch on the 17th of September in St. Patrick's. And we are going to have our PowerPoint and everything, telling you everything you want to know about this house. So we will do the PR on it. We just want to make sure that everything is intact first before we go out and do it. The Honorable Tevin Andrews is, he's waiting on me, right? As soon as everything is intact, you will see us aggressively building those houses. And Junior, let me tell you something, and Grenada. We are looking to build approximately 200 houses in 3 months' time. So I'm saying, you give me 6 hours to cut a tree, I take 4 hours to plan, sharpen my axe, 2 hours to cut, or less to cut. So you give us this to do? Yes, we know we have people right now that are not in the best of conditions. But just give us a little time just to get it right. And then when we start to implement, the implementation will be quick. I can promise you that. I'm not just in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, but also in St. Patrick's. Yes. I heard, I don't like to call a name, but I heard the opposition said that no monies was allocated for the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique in terms of housing. If they read the budget properly, they will see that 18 million was allocated to Carriacou and Petite Martinique for the rebuilding process. 18 million, 1/8. So that was false, and I want to debunk it one time. We have 50 million here for St. Patrick's, and not only St. Patrick's that got affected. St. Patrick's, St. Andrews, St. Mark's, even some part of St. George's and St. David's got affected too. So we have 15 million for the mainland. We have 18 million for Carriacou and Petite Martinique. So we have monies there for them. Right? So let me just read that one time. And it's a all hands on deck approach. Listen, let me just talk about this. This is very important. With the project Build Back Better, the person who's doing the building, who's building the building, is not the person who's doing the painting. It's not the person who's doing the plumbing. And it's not the person who's doing the electric work on the building.
And I hope people in Carriacou, there are a lot of contractors in Carriacou. I hope the people in Carriacou are going to work, right?
Right. So the idea is on one house, we'll have a crew that will do the building, a crew to do the painting, a crew to do the electrical, and a crew to do the plumbing. In that way, we will be providing employment for a lot of people.
Nice.
That is the idea. Let me tell you, last week, I went to the limes. The guys want to block drinking and so. I call them together. I say, hey, guys, no. We have work for you. You know what happened? I got about 20 something of them. Today, as we speak, they have 2 crews that are outside painting now. They have work, right? And we have guys from the same crews who were versed on plumbing and electrical. So they have employment now. The idea is to go through the length and breadth of Grenada, find the people who are unemployed and put them to work.
Nice.
That is it. That is the idea. And that is the beauty of this project. So it's not about you go by a block and man ask you for $10 and you give me $10. You give a man at $10, you give a man a beer, next hour, he thirsty again.
Yeah,
Let's
true.
teach a man how to fish. Let's get them to form a company, right? Let's get them to work as a team and promote unity among themselves. That is what we want. You see? So this kind of handout mentality has to stop. In order for us to really move and to be productive and for the country to really blossom, we have to get people working. We cannot run a country on just handouts because you want to let a man be dependent on you for him to vote for you. So you have to come back by every day for $10. That to stop. Let's start empowering people. If we lose the election by doing that, so be it. But you did your duty by empowering people. When we were campaigning, that's what we said. Sometimes doing this thing may face a lot of opposition because people are accustomed to one way. But we have to get away from this quick fixes and so, Junior, this handout, and let's try to help people genuinely. That's the only way we are going to go forward. Tell me any country that is moving forward and its people is not involved in the rebuilding process and people are not working. Tell me any country.
I don't know of any.
Exactly. So why are we trying to fool people? Listen, at the end of the day, I want to do my duty. So even though I'm not in office, people can say, hey, the guys on the block can say, and you never come to them and give them opportunity. I'm coming to them and giving them opportunity, right? So, and that's our mentality. That's our prime minister mentality. And so sometimes we may get bashed for it because we're trying to uplift the country instead of just giving quick fixes. But if we have to move Grenada forward, this is very important, folks. Don't take this for granted.
Someone on YouTube want to find out, Minister, please clarify the difference between Project Build Back Better and Project 500. Thank you very much.
So Project 500 that's a project where we embarked on. We made a campaign promise about building 500 Grenadian style housing. And so Project 500 is aiming to give you 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom houses that will be cheaper than the normal construction process. That's Project 500. And you have prefab houses, you have steel frame houses, you have different construction methods, that modern construction methods. It is more concrete, it's more, and so that's Project 500. We have the Housing Authority of Grenada who is responsible to really implement Project 500. We have some lands that was identified in Dumfries, and the land was cleared already. No, sorry, not Dumfries. St. Andrews. Gosh, I just forget the exact place in St. Andrews. Dunfermline.
Right.
Dunfermline, sorry. We have some lands identified in Dunfermline, and the land was cleared. The infrastructure is being put in now, and you will see some modern buildings being constructed as Project 500. Project Build Back Better is really and truly, the government, we have a housing assistance program where we give housing assistance for houses, right? We are saying that at government, we want to improve the standard. Yes, we came in and we met that there. It doesn't mean because we met it there, we have to continue the same thing. So Project Build Back Better is aimed at building resilience, right, throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique with these houses. And it means, so Project Build Back Better is on the lower end, although it looks beautiful. If you ask me,
right.
I love it. I will buy one of these houses. I will live in that. It looks beautiful. So although we are assisting people who are affected by burial, by assisting them with those houses, but we wanted to give them something proper, something, that is more resilient, something, leave them better than how we found them. That's the case.
But here's $1 million question. And I know a lot of people would go ahead.
Hold on, Junior. So what we did with the Project Build Back Better, what is different is that we are using the same boat houses, but we are making it more resilient.
Right. And climate smart and everything like that.
Smart and everything, yeah.
So the $1 million question everyone would ask is, okay, so if someone that just lost their home and they don't have anything, they're trying to get their life back together, how could they get one of these houses? Keeping in mind that this same person just lost their home and they don't have a job, they don't have anything much, they lost everything.
They lost their home in Beryl?
Yes.
So Project Build Back Better is aimed at just that, assisting people who lost their homes in Hurricane Beryl. That is why we are doing Project Build Back Better. So when we give someone a home next month, next year, a hurricane hit again, they will not be in the same position.
Right.
And also for the taxpayers, you would not want to see us spending money over and over on the same thing with your funds. You want us to rebuild something, do it proper, and use funds in the future to do something else,
Right.
right? And that is how we will move forward. So Project Build Back Better is aimed as helping the people who cannot help themselves, helping the people who needs housing. Your house got destroyed. Yes, we know you take insurance and so, and all these things. So yes, we are there for you. Government, we are here for you. We are here for you, the people. So contrary to what you hear outside, we are here for you. And this is not no gimmicks. This is real thing, right? So when you see on the 17th come and you see we will give a whole launch and everything, you will see the speed in the rebuilding process, and not just in the rebuilding process, but we're going to we are going to provide employment for people throughout. You see, and one thing, when you see construction is booming, it affects other sectors of the economy.
Absolutely.
Right, and that's what we want. Christmas is coming. People should have a good Christmas this year, right? And people, I'm hearing some folks on the other side talking about the money that MIT is getting. The money that MIT is getting is putting it back. Is the money goes back to the ordinary man on the ground. The ordinary man it's going back to their pocket. Now, Project Build Back Better. What we could have done, we could have gone the way of prefab and getting companies from outside to come and do the prefab method to build back. But guess what? If we do that, the funds that was approved for MIT, that money will be going to Miami and all these other places. But we say, no, let's do this model. So companies like Hubbard's and Mahon and Postal and all these places, and the money can spend back right there. And it can create employment. Let's look at the spin-off. Create employment for people who's working there again.
Yeah.
All the lumber, and so we are taking it from there. Then you're talking about the guys also who doing the painting. You can take guys on the block, guys who are unemployed. Even if someone is not so skilled, painting is not so hard to pick up. So we can get people to come do painting. You have young people who just left NULO, unemployed. We can get them to start the little plumbing business.
Right.
Electrical. We can get them involved. Instead of sitting at home, going to NULO, there's no work. We can get them to come now and get involved in the process and listen. Simple like that. We can create companies, right? And create entrepreneurs. And that is what we need to grow as a country. So I'm saying, guys, listen, we are on the right track. Do not be distracted. Remain focused. I am focused. As I said in the campaign, I will not be distracted. I'll say it again, and not be distracted. Every day I hear, Junior, let me just address this. Lies on me every single day, all kind of thing. And listen, these things don't move me because I know that I was elected into government and into office to take care of the people of Greater Carriacou and Petite Martinique, not to respond to any stupidness. So you will not get me in those things at all. I am focused, trying to build my constituency and build this country. And I work from Sunday to Sunday. Sometimes I cannot reach everybody. Sometimes, it seems like if, and you tell a man yes and I can't reach him yet. But guess what? I will try my best. Sometimes, your best may not be good enough, but you can try your best and you can ask the Almighty God, to really guide you and to lead you in the right path. And that's it.
Yeah. So, Minister, let's talk about another thing that have been the administration has been criticized for. All they get a washer money, a whole heap of money, a whole heaping set of money. All right. Millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it's not being injected into the hands of the people, into the communities at this point in time. They say that the people are there, they're complaining about that. Talk to us about the washer money all you get.
No.
What are you doing with it?
I take offense when people try to misguide the country. I take offense to that. Even when I was in business, Junior, I took offense to that. Right? I always come in and clarify things to make sure that the people are guided in the proper way. Now, the rebuilding process we're talking about here will take over more than $500 million. I'm talking about more than $500 million it will take, the rebuilding process. You're talking about an insurance that gave us over 100 million. So let's take 100 million into 500 million. You're talking about only 20% of the rebuilding cost this will cover.
Right.
Some goes to Grand Lake, some goes to Nawasa. And what they are not seeing is that when we came in office, the amount that Grand Lake did not have an insurance. Honorable Prime Minister Dick Mitchell, he was the one that did it. But they will not tell you that. And they will make you feel like if not this $100 million is a lot of money, and that money is more than enough to do everything. Guess what? It's only 20%, approximately 20% of the rebuilding costs. That's all. Yeah. But let's go further again now. Let's set things straight. Let's set the record straight. We passed a supplementary budget to deal with burial and so for $269 million. $269 million. Now, guys, let's not be fooled. After Hurricane Ivan, the government was taking loans left, right, and center. Right? They got grants left, they got grants too. When you check our supplementary budget of $269 million, when you look at the grant component of it, it was not much. It means, okay, and we got the CRIF for just over $100 million, right? But Junior, and Benita, this supplementary budget that was passed, we took no loan. We took no loan. And it's because we are managing the economy better.
Yo, that's not what the opposition is going to say.
But look at it, and it's a fact. We took no loan.
Yeah, but let me be the devil's advocate here, Andy. You took no loan because you made the treasury pregnant.
Junior, let me tell you something. I know PM, I know Prime Minister, if you hear me, I'm sorry. Right? But Junior, they're talking about treasury pregnant. If you were to come and look at the way we are managing the economy, we are in a much better position today than when we came in office. That is why we can have something like Hurricane Beryl and not even think about taking a loan. Right? Because our Prime Minister, was the First Minister of Finance. He did a great job. And Minister Cornwall is doing an excellent job. And the economy is solid. That is why we can have something like Hurricane Beryl and not even venture into taking loans, because we can manage our affairs by ourselves.
Okay.
Right? And that is the evidence. So don't let no one fool you until about you get $100 million like it was all the time. I think guess what? It is only 20% of what we need. 20% of what we need. And we are not in a crisis. We are the patches of Hurricane Beryl, and we are not in a crisis. That is because we have managed the economy well. You talk about the CBI and talking about when we condemn the CBI program. Grenada and Junior, let me tell you something. The problem is not the CBI program. The problem is the people you have vetting, the folks that want your passport.
Right.
When you have criminals, when you are sending your passport to criminals, that will demise the country. It can cause demise to the country. What we do, we make sure that we vet people who are applying for the CBI properly. Do you know how much people that we deny access to the CBI? People who apply for our passports? If we are doing the same old thing, we would have given anyone. Let me challenge anyone, or challenge anyone in Grenada. Tell me who we have issued a passport to thus far that is not credible, or you hear anything outside of Grenada when it comes to who we issued the passport for. Compare the last administration, and you will see how much criminals they were given passports. So the problem is not the CBI, the problem is the people and the vetting process in the CBI program. And listen, let's not joke about that. You have countries like America, so if you go and invest in the economy, Junior, you will get citizenship, right? And you will get certain privileges. So that's not new, right? That's not new. But I'm saying in order for us to have an efficient program, we have the vetting process has to be one that is superb, has to be, one of quality, so that you can ensure that that you attract quality people to your country.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you have a stop time because you have an event to run to. Should we open up the phone line, guys? Quickly, we open up the phone line. We'll take a few calls. 718-701-5720. Someone just messaged and they ask, "Good evening, Junior. Can you ask Honorable Andy Williams to give us an update on the Molyneux Roads project?"
Okay, the Molyneux Road, let me take it one time. The road is about 80% complete. If there's an emergency, you can drive on the road. Let's just say that.
Really?
Yeah. If you have an emergency, you can drive on the road. So what is being done now is just the final touches and so on the road. That's what's being done, basically. But the road, the two, it's joined to the two section of the road. And the guy is finished with the construction. Just the minor stuff and so that is done on the road right now. And we are expecting to have the road ready by, let's say November, just to be safe. Right? But the road construction is there. And it's things were hats off to the guys who did the work. We had to change designs for the road in the process because the first design was not the best design, and we changed it when we saw, you had a water line that was burst, and we ended up, it shows some flaws in the first design. That's what we inherited.
Right.
So we got back to the drawing table with the consultant, with the engineer, and so the engineers, and we changed the design, and we had the different engineers in Grenada. We came in a room, we went in a room together, and we agreed on the design going forward. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And 718-701-5720, guys. The phone lines are open. You could make a call real quickly. We're gonna go through some quick pointers. Education. What is
education?
Yes.
So let me just say this. Right? In the island of Carriacou and PD Martinique, what we are doing, let me talk about the TAMCC students. I want to talk about them. So we have a care and support package for the TAMCC students in Carriacou that will be coming to Grenada. Right? It involves accommodation, meals, transport, clothing, and allowance for food and so.
Right.
So the Minister of Education announced it, and we in cabinet we agreed. So that will be in September this month. You will see that program, the care package program, being implemented. So we are in the process of getting the numbers of students and everything together in order to to start it. But we will be doing that for the TAMCC students in Carriacou. But let me just go back to something I've been doing before I continue. As we spoke about the Molyneux Road. If you drive to Granatang now, you will see us widening the Granatang Road. The Cliff Road, you'll see us widening the Cliff Road. The Prime Minister will be looking to widen certain bridges so that not one vehicle can pass, but two vehicles can pass at the same time.
Right.
Now, these are things that you will see. Our first 2 years in office, we inherited certain projects and programs, and we did not want to be arrogant to just say, what is that? It's an NMP project, so let's just forget it. No, that's not the way to do it. When you do things like that, the country suffers. It means that the country resources is not being maximized and not being used in a proper way because you are trying to victimize the other party. In the process, the country suffers. What you will see happening now, you will see more of our projects now being implemented. And we think that in order to govern in a more responsible way, in order for us to change the mindset going forward, we have to stop this tick for tack thing and this victimization. We have to stop that. So that is why you'll see us was finishing a lot of the project that NNP could not finish. That is why, for example, the Fort George project, we took it on because we could not do it. That is why we are doing a project called a GRIP project. That's where every time the Baltazar rain falls, the Baltazar Bridge floods. We are doing that project also. We are taking it on, right? So you will see more of our projects being implemented in the process because it's now year 2, and you will see more projects, ceiling. So, but in terms of infrastructure, we realize that some of the roads in Grenada are too small, and we need to widen them. Like the Granatang, for one, so then when you go up and something's coming down,
road,
you have to stop and all these things. How long was Granatang there? For years. No one ever attempt to widen the road, but we are doing it now.
Right. We got a quick call on the line. Let's take this call. Caller, be very brief. Caller, go ahead.
Andy Sherry George.
Yes.
Sherry George.
Hey, Sherry George.
Hey.
Be very brief.
Hold on. Junior.
Yeah.
Let me confess something, right? I was at NMP. I used to go up in a sale in the market,
Uh-huh.
the market in Corinth.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to show you George Chin with her in this year.
Oh, it was her.
Miss George, good night.
Good night, darling.
Good night, good night.
Confirm.
Hi, how you doing?
Always abounding in the work of the Lord, because I know that your labor is not in vain. I
Thank
love
you.
you, son.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
All right. Someone, Genevieve, wants to know, ask the minister, where can I register a TAMCC student from Carriacou I brought down to Grenada?
But I can find out for you. I can, Junior, after the program, I can give you the information.
Okay. All right.
I'll just call the minister and I'll get it one time immediately.
No problem. No
That's what
problem.
I think.
No problem. No problem. All right. I think we brushed through a lot of things. I know you.
But Junior, hold on. Let me just address this matter, right?
Uh-huh.
I saw someone put up about the HA Blaze road. Let me just share something with people, and let me just share something with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came from the private sector, where you know what, I road damage. I call Kenny, fix that road for me. One time the road fix. That is the private sector.
Right.
The public sector is not like that. Sometimes I even get frustrated because I find things take too long.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for example, HA Blaze Street Road, right? Damage. You have to, number one, go into the bidding process for someone to do a design for the road. So different people will submit their designs, and you have to go to bidding, evaluation, procurement, everything. Then you will choose someone to do the design. Then you have to go to bidding again for someone to do the actual work.
Yeah.
Right. So whichever design that won, you have to bid on that design. So you send it out again for people to give their bids and so on the same design that won. Then when the bids come in, you have to do evaluation, procurement, everything. And then you will get whoever won the bid. After, Junior, the contractor, the contract will be given to the contractor, who will start to mobilize and so on to attack the road. So if it's a project that's under $100,000, you can single source someone immediately.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But a big project like that, that's the process that you have to follow. So you have to follow these processes. Any government have to follow these processes. It is there. So sometimes the temptation is there to think that this road damage, it can be fixed tomorrow. It is not so. When you're in the public sector, that's not the way things work. So you might find things may take long. Because once you pass a certain value, you have to ensure that these things are put in place. And why? Because it's not like a simple project where the level of ease is so great. So you have to, you don't want us to hire someone to build a road, and after when they build a road, 2 months after, the road collapse again.
Right.
So these processes are there to ensure that we as government do the right thing. That number one, there's no corruption, right? And number two, that all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed before the project can be implemented. So when it comes to the HA Blaze Street Road, I understand. You may find it taking long, but we must follow these processes.
Right.
That's just the public service work.
Right. Do you get frustrated sometimes?
No.
As much as you want to come out and the attacks. I mean, sometimes, let me tell you, I
was born for the attacks, Junior.
Yeah,
Bring it on. Listen, these attacks don't do nothing to me. Junior, you can attack me today, I laugh for you tomorrow. Because guess why? When you know you're on a mission, when you're on a mission, right? So, you know you're in politics, the attacks will come. People are supposed to attack you. Number two, if no one is attacking you, that means you do nothing right.
That's look at it.
So for me now, when you attack me, but you give me the energy to even do more again.
Right.
So let me tell you how I respond. If you attack me on something, man, I gonna sleep tonight, I doing 10 different projects tomorrow. Right. So I let my work speak for itself. That's what I do. I don't get involved in the back and forth and the cussing and thing. Like right now, I see someone on your program trying to say all this kind of thing. And listen, boss, good luck, no problem. But it wouldn't distract me from doing what I have to do. Because this is my responsibility to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. So listen, when they come with the attacks, bring it on. When campaign time comes, I'll deal with it. But for now, I'm focused.
Yeah. But let me give you a quick piece of advice. I think we need to do this more regularly. I think I speak for the entire Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and to say that whether it's you or somebody, this has to be a permanent fixture where we give an update on a weekly basis. And I would also even put that out to the opposition as well. I would put it out there. But for the government in particular, I think it's important that the PR step up.
Right.
The PR need to step up, and I'm putting it out there that whether it's you or someone under you, but we should allocate our time and let us have this discussion on a more regular basis to keep everyone updated on what's going on. All right. Last caller. Let me just have this caller make it very, very brief. Caller, you have about 30 seconds.
AJ Williams, Miss Angela from Housing Scheme.
Hey, but damn people.
Old time Guinness and milk boy. You're doing an awesome art. You know I love you, right? You're doing an awesome job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you very much.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Right. And Gina, let me just say this, Gina, right?
Uh-huh.
You know why those comments and so is important? Because I often think that I'm not doing enough. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
If I had to go to a little session to relax myself, I'm feeling guilty. And I always think that I'm not doing enough. So sometimes when I hear these things, it really feels good because there's so much to do. When you come to my office on a Thursday and so when you watch the list of people that want to see me, it's a lot.
Right.
And I'm someone, listen, if I could help everyone, I'll help everyone. Doesn't matter political affiliation, I will help everyone because at the end of the day, I think that we have to kind of change, see the transformation process, the mind is the hardest thing to transform. And if we don't transform the mind of our people, Grenada will not go anywhere. And we have to get people to the stage, to think, boy, let's not get caught up in this trivial fights and this enemy thing and all this kind of thing. Listen, we may have different perspectives, but we can be respectful. We can be loving. My best friend is on the other side, and we talk and chat every day. We kick, we laugh, we joke, and that's why it have to be nothing personal.
But the problem is, Minister, the problem is what we see, like everybody have the platform. This side have the platform and they speak to their supporters. And in most cases, we speak about each other, but we don't speak to each other. So you look at it's two Grenada. We have the NNP Grenada and the NDC Grenada. The NDC Grenada have its programs and they speak to their supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, I get caught in the middle because I'm trying to bring in NNP supporters to have a conversation with an NDC supporter. Let's have a debate. Even if it might get kind of heated, let's hear your point, let's hear the other point. And they don't come, right? So this platform thing where everybody feel like they have the platform, they could speak to their own supporters, is actually killing the country because it is divided more than ever before because of this platform thing. So we need to come together. I don't care if I have to be a conduit. Every time I invite someone from the NNP to come on, they don't come, but I invite them. You know what I mean? I give them the opportunity, and I think we need to speak to each other more so than speaking about each other every time. We need to find a way to come together on some common terms. And that's what we have.
And I agree with you. You don't see me bashing people. People come to my office who doesn't support me. I know. Ask anyone if I ever victimize or not help. Because you see, that's in me, right? And I assist not because I have, but because I know how it feels not to have. That's me. Even when I had my business hotspot, again, it was not about making profit. I can tell you that.
Right.
It was when a man come and shop and I see his grocery bag full and so he groceries, and he can go home to his wife and his children and so on, and have and feed them and so I feel proud. That is what motivated me when I had hotspot. Now, let me tell you, it's just me, it's just my personality. But if you tell me, Andy, you have some guys playing domino by the side of the road, or you have a high-level function, you will see me playing domino by the side of the road.
Right.
Mixing with the people. And it doesn't matter, again, who you support. Mixing, laughing, joking, and have a good time. Let me tell you something again, right? What people don't know about me. If you give me a chance, I will talk shit for the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I will joke, I will talk. We will just kicks for the whole day. That's just me.
Right.
But guess what? When it comes to work, I take my work serious. I go to sleep and work on my mind. This motivated Build Back Better. Yeah, I came up with that. I was in Carriacou on the airport, and the idea came to me. I had an architect right by me at the same time. And I said, listen, why can't we do boathouses with wall frame? He said, Andy, that's a good idea. And I'll show him exactly what I'm talking about. He took it and made it into a design. So what you see in the picture you had up there, the first picture with the house,
Yeah.
that was my idea in terms of Project Build Back Better.
Nice.
And that's me thinking now, how can I use my resources? How can I use what I have to help the people of Greater Carriacou and Petite Martinique? Because I know I'm here only for a while.
Yeah.
So while I'm here, let me do the best I can do for our people of Greater Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And I know the Lord will be proud of me by doing so. So every day I go on this project to make sure that these guys and so they're doing the thing properly. I'm pushing them, I'm motivating them. And I go and lift a 2 bags of cement and then just so can I see them see that the minister doing stuff, because I want the project to, to come into fruition.
No, it's a good idea. It's a definitely good idea. And we thank you so much, Minister, for stopping by. But listen, take me up on the offer, eh? Take me up on the offer.
I mean, every week?
Every week.
So what noise? So Junior, next week Tuesday, we'll be on again.
Next week Tuesday. Next week
Tuesday. Be on next week Tuesday, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to put the offer out for the opposition as well, because I like to get both sides. I give them a time as well to speak about what's important. That would be great. Let's speak.
Trust me, I would love that.
We are all Grenadians. We are all Grenadians. That people tend to forget about that. I see someone talking, they're like, oh, it's us against them, and that's BS. We don't want that.
Exactly. We don't want that.
Let's come together.
It's unity. We can be on different sides, but be respectful. It's unity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Before we go, we have to rock out to this one, Minister. We have to rock out to this one. Yes! Yes, Minister Andy. Yeah.
I can sing to her.
Yeah, you can sing if you want.
Let me just turn up the volume on, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go on, let me turn my volume on. Ready?
Let's succeed.
The key will come in just now.
Together we plant the seed.
Ride along.
Join the dance, let's sing.
Let's sing the song.
From island to island, strong with the
With
hope.
the host, let's all belong.
Hey. It's a hit.
Yeah, man. So, Junior, I'm going to our meeting now.
Yes.
It's supposed to be for 7:30.
Yes.
And I'm leaving 7:30. So I have to run because I guess the guys
they go understand. They go understand. Yeah.
So let me just say, so the folks of Greater Carriacou and Petite Martinique, I just want to say, thanks for your support. Your government is here for you. We are doing our best. Sometimes it may seem like if things are taking long, but we are planning in the background. The plan is to transform Grenada, and by transforming, we may take our time sometimes to do things, but the fact is that we are doing it in a better way so that we can all benefit at the end of the day. So I want to thank you for all the support that you have given to us and that you are giving us still. Our Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, is the man. He's the man with a vision, the man with a plan, and we are here to support him 100%. This man is the best leader I've been around. And I'm proud to be part of his cabinet. And I'm proud of this man. So all of us, we rally around him, our Prime Minister. We love him dearly because he have a heart for Grenadians. He may not show emotions as much, but I'm telling you, he have a heart for Grenadians. And that's why I follow, that's what I take my lead from. And we are with you 150 and 60 and 80%. You will see us doing our best in the coming weeks and months. So one love, peace, everyone.
Thank you so much. Minister Andy Williams right here on the Ride Along Live. Guys, get used to this track, eh? Get used to this track, guys. Get used to this track. It's a new track. Let me start it up from the top. Words and everything. Ride
along live, worldwide. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people, we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along. Join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island, strong. With the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Sheer delight, making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
Yes. Yeah, guys, get used to this one. Get used to this one. I'm gonna put a song. I'm gonna put a song in the on the page. And if you guys want to make it your ringtone, I'll send you the song to anybody who wants it. Just send me your email address. I'll send you the song. Make it your ringtone, whatever. Right? I'm doing a video and all for it.
Let's sing the song.
This is the acapella.
Island to island strong, with the host.
Learn the words, learn the words.
Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
Grenada today. Located inside Ryder Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.
You call me to lift the level, high the level, raise the level, up it, What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
You call me to lift the level, high the level, raise the level, up it, up it. I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Yeah. Sorry. Wow. I said all of that and all you didn't hear nothing? Sorry. You guys didn't hear nothing what I said. My mic was mute. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my mic was mute. I ain't gonna repeat what I said. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna repeat what I said. I said a lot of stuff. I can't even remember everything I said. Nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of our program. You should be hearing now. I will catch you guys again tomorrow. Good night. All right? I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not repeating it. It's a lot of stuff I said. Said a lot of things. All right? Good night. Good night. Peace out. Sorry. All right, good night, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride is sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host,